There are more than 20 lunch talks in Belgrade every year, and another 20 in Sofia. In London, there's a BLT talk every week. If you count all the Zuhlke locations, there are hundreds of tech talks by the Zuhlke developers, and this is not counting events like Z Days, DevOps Days, Client Days, etc. But there's a problem. All these tech talks can be attended only by the people on location. Only people who have time can watch them at that exact moment. They're only shared within Zuhlke employees, and you cannot be at two talks happening at the same time. And this is especially important when we attend the Zuhlke events which have multiple tracks. All of this is making our tech talks much less visible. But what if we had a YouTube channel? If we had a YouTube channel, we would know what's going on in other locations, what experience do they have. We could learn across different locations. This could foster cross-location collaboration. Think about finding members for that group-wide machine learning initiative that you always wanted to do. We would attract new employees and customers by sharing our experience and expertise. We would allow our employees to grow as experts and become thought leaders in their own areas. You could watch talks wherever and whenever you want, without having to pay for travel costs and accommodation, especially if you've burned through that training budget. So, how are we going to do this? Well, first, we're going to start in Belgrade. We're going to iterate a few times until we get the process right. And afterwards, we're going to roll out the process to the other locations. The videos can be internal or public. The presenter will decide whether they want to go public. If they decide they want to go public, then the video will have to go through a screening process. We will have to check for the quality of the content. This could be done by the capability owners, and to be sure that no client agreements have been breached. Since we already have a distributed development center in Belgrade, we can reuse a lot of the existing infrastructure. And for our needs, free software will do the trick. This way we'll minimize the cost of this phase of the project. Once we upload the videos, we can share them through the various social networks and the Zuhlke blog in order to improve our presence. The budget we estimated is for the equipment is quite low. We already have most of the hardware, and we allocated 700 euros just in case the hardware is not good enough. Initially, we think we're going to spend 50 hours for the initial setup and figure out the first draft of the process. And then for each video, we need a collective 10 hours to do the screening process, to do all the checks, upload the video, and share it. With time, we expect this effort to become less and less as we streamline the process. The timeline we're envisioning will begin in mid-June. By beginning of July, we should already sorted out the infrastructure. And by mid-July, we should already have a first talk recorded and shared internally. We will go through a few iterations for a while until we're ready to do the public sharing, which will happen in mid-August. Once we do that, we'll collect more feedback, and when we're ready, we roll out the process into the other locations. After that, well, there's the rollout of the process in the other locations, which means all of them will be contributing to our channel, and we will be able to record the events like Z Days so we can watch them later. Well, vote for us. we're the Wildcats. Thank you.